Excuse that. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm pissed. So over this past week, I was thinking of beginning a new series, and I've been throwing this idea around with a couple of people like Aylio and Drandor, where I would analyze certain things. And one of the things I was going to analyze was the capsule rates and drop rates and how you luck and the formula that goes into that. But I thought, hey, the 20th character, the 20th character is coming out soon. Let's do that first. Fucked up because I wrote a fucking script. This is not a great script, but like, I was going to clean it up. I was in the process of cleaning it up, and then like, I don't know what happened because like earlier this morning it was at like 600,000, but then in like the past 2 hours it just got up to a fucking million, and I'm like, what? So here's Miho, the new character, and I wrote down everything right here. But so I don't know how I should start this. So basically, what I had, the information was right here. If you can see this. Whoops, wrong one. This. This is what I was going to base it all off of. And if you look at the name, I'm just so fucking pissed. So the name, her name is Miho, and I was saying right here that was going to be either Mujige or Mujiho. And then, because my theory was I put it on like a lot of the Beastians have Ho in their name. Hosun, Chonenho, Shiho. All of those. So I was thinking like, yeah, that'll be it. And then, fucking asshole Drandor, I love him, don't worry. He said, yeah, I believe her name is Miho. Makes sense considering she is related to Shiho. And that was about an hour and a half ago. And he was right. He was right. Her name is Miho. And I don't know what the exact her exact meaning is, but it does mean beautiful step. And then I said small flame because me usually means small in Korean and Japanese, and then ho for flame. Who knows? But it's going to be exactly. We'll start knowing more when more information comes out. But this is Miho. So what we have is that her gender is female. She's from Pandora Island. She looks to be around 12. And yeah, just wow. I'm fucking stupid. So the new information that was released, this was 2 days ago, I believe, was that she is fast and light, and then her powers are sensitive to the environment. And fast and light as in like she's quick and nimble, her weight is light. So yeah. And then there's her power is sensitive to the environment. I don't know what that was. I was doing some theory crafting, and I'll get more into that because I really want to talk about my theory and how this plays. Because like only thing I got partially right was the her name, I guess, partially, because I was right. It was her thing. Her whole character is related to the rainbow, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But then we have she is sporty, simple, and optimistic. Her mission is to protect Shiho. And what is her relation to Shiho? Who knows? That's the question, basically. And basically what I was going over was, I'm going to have to go back to my little script here, was that basically I was analyzing the story that Pandora is based off of. It's a whole collection of Eastern Asian mythologies and tales. Xiaonenho is based off the Kumiho, which is what I originally call her, because that's basically the same exact thing. Because like there's the Xiaonenho clan, which is named after her because she is the spirit priestess or the god of guardians. And I'm just trying to look over here, but yeah, so she's that. And then the Yeti is based off the Himalayas, and then the Yukiona, the Snow Queen in the English version, apparently. She's based off like most of the wandering spirits, usually in the mountains, that lure away people. And then I'll get back into this whole Kumiho thing. Kumiho is a mythological creature that is a fox that can turn into a woman. The fox that is a woman tries to seduce the man. And then she eats the heart and liver of the man to feed off life force in a way. And then for every 100 years she lives, the fox, they grow an additional tail. And what I was going off of was that Shiho has one tail, and this character, Miho, I was saying was going to have one tail, and then I'm going to have to fuck. I do not think this through. Ignore all this. Shit, you're all going to see some things. No one sees anything. No one saw anything. So this is the silhouette for Shiho, and the silhouette for... Oh, so I guess I'll do this here. So this is the silhouette for Miho, and the silhouette for Shiho. And the thing that Drandor pointed out, as I think you saw in the one post right here from Skype. No, it's not there. But basically, it's pointing out there is no tail, and like you can see partially Shiho's tail to the right of him, right around here, and then Miho does not have a tail. You can see her hands and hair and twin tails and all that stuff. But I was basically saying, yeah, you don't see her tail, but she could still be a bestian from Pandora. And then I was analyzing her ears right here, that she is a fox bestian, very similar to Shiho. And of course, as you can probably tell from this, yep, exactly. And then from here and then here, it's like, what is her relation to Shiho? Her mission is to protect Shiho. So basically, what happened at the end of the Pandora event 2 years ago, it was all played as a joke, but actually happened, and that was the Spirit Priestess Cheon Nenho was trying to unfreeze her clan that's frozen by the Snow Yeti, and just trying to I don't remember now. I put it in here somewhere. Let's see. Fuck. Frozen Fox Clan Bestians control the Spirit Creatures Guardian. They're feeding Yeti. Things played as joke. Nothing happened. So, yeah. So basically, the Yeti froze the Fox Clan Bestians. And, yeah. So that's what happened at the end of the Pandora event. But after the Yeti was defeated, no one actually knows if they were unfrozen. I think they were unfrozen because Cheon Nenho goes later on to play in the different mobile games for Tails Runner on Kakao. So yeah, and then let's see. So that was basically my whole thing, was that the new character Miho is related to Cheon Nenho and Shiho in that way, from being part of the Fox Clan Bestians of Cheon Nenho, or the 1,000-year Fox Clan, which I should mention is what Cheon Nenho translate to. Cheo, 1,000, Nen, years, Ho, Fox. And then there's a whole, I think it's, crap. Cheon Nenhoki, I think it's what it is. Don't remember exactly, but yeah, Cheon Nenho, 1,000-year Fox. Whole different thing, and then they had this whole addition to silver, whatever. But so that was the main whole thing of the clan, and then I was pointing out, let's see, that so the age of the fox is for the additional tails, and I was pointing out how like Shiho has one tail and Cheon Nenho has three, yet when they ascend or fury in Tails Runner, that they gain additional tails. I don't remember. I think Cheon Nenho gains 5 additional ones, and then Shiho gains 6 additional ones to get a total of 7. And basically, it tells how much years they have. But originally, Cheon Nenho has 3 tails, which implies that she is at least 200 years old. Where for each additional tail she has is for every 100 years she has lived. And that was the whole thing I was trying to get through. And then the whole thing I was trying to connect with Shiho and Miho is that if you look, so basically what happened was someone went into the files and you see the silhouette behind her, the shadow, rainbow shadow, and that was the whole thing that I was trying to point out, was that Miho right here is related to the rainbow, and especially it's symbolic in Asian mythology as a bridge. So what my theory was, Miho will play this role where she'll be able to bridge dimensions or worlds, where she can bridge Pandora to Tailsland, and then either Anubis or some new bestian would appear and try to control her for that power, because like they probably didn't know that she existed because she just got unfrozen from the Yeti, and yeah, so basically the rainbow is the symbolic of the ridge, and the whole thing I was pointing out was like, so if you look here, like right here, the title is the rainbow. Easy as that. So there's rainbow, and then rainbow Piero, it's me, and of course we get this and all this. But look, colored rainbow silhouette, because this, like I was saying, that someone uncovered the rainbow silhouette image in the background by going into the website files, and they discover that. And then there's Miho name, and yeah, so that's what the whole thing was basically. And that theory could still play out with if her power is related to the rainbow, because I was talking about how rainbows are sensitive in nature, where you have to have certain conditions to activate your power, and like the fourth one, yeah, the fourth thing about her character is, and doesn't exactly state how her power works. It just says it's sensitive to the environment. So I want to say that it's probably under certain circumstances that the power works, and maybe that like I don't know, because I was thinking like maybe the weather has to be in there, because like the whole rainbow thing where rainbow needs rain and sunlight for the sunlight to reflect off the rain. That's what's my whole theory right here. Basically I was saying the 20th character page says you use fast and light, where light refers to her weight. However, her power is sensitive to the environment. The environment in this case did not provide a valid basis on it if it refers to the nature or an environment around the person. We will examine the former for the scenario because it is more likely, considering Shiho had a fondness of taking care of the environment, aka the forest filled with undines and aurora. I should point out, aurora are these things right here next to Shiho. They're in the aurora forest. Haha, get it? So just that. In relation to the environment and rainbows, it may be referring to how rainbows appear under certain conditions, with rain and light reflection, or it may be referring to how her power can affect the environment in some way, maybe similar to how Shiho has a power that destroys islands. He was basically created for a sprite of destruction. All this is theory crafting, and we won't know until. And I said, sadly, does not appear, but somehow we all got a lot of votes. And then I was talking about how the names usually refer to the characters. Like Maki means to roll, like how she dashes, she rolls. And then Kuro means both black and crow. When she furious, black crow feathers pop out. And yeah. So I was pointing out like how this, and I was very close to her name, but kudos, Drandor. Kudos, you got it right. And then it's also, I was talking about the personality and blood type. Sporty, simple, and optimistic. That's what it basically is. Type B. Her blood type is type B. They stopped using blood types. Well, technically they didn't. They just hinted at the blood types, because blood types and personalities, especially recently, because like people have been calling it out for being a myth. So there's that. But I was just really hoping to make a Tales Runner video. I don't know. I was thinking calling it Tales Runner Theory, and then there's also the portion of Tales Runner History, because I wanted to examine certain maps and their lore, and also like one thing was me a theory and history about Snow Girl and Pandora being related and connected because of the whole Yuki-onna thing. Because basically the whole map, the Snow Girl map, is literally Yuki-onna in this version, and they're basically the same exact thing. And I noticed some similarities between the Snow World or Icy Realm and Pandora that I wanted to talk about, especially in the Snow Mountain Lord map. But yeah, I just wanted to throw, because like I had this whole plan, I had this all thing, and I sent it to Aylio and Drandor for criticism and information and things I should add or work on. And yeah, so basically that's what it is. Like, I'm just upset because like I was beginning to work on it. I shut the whole fucking thing down, and yeah, and also I should show you that one too. Like, so like yeah, see, this is the thing that someone posted, the Cara Rainbow silhouette. So basically, I think she's gonna be something related to the rainbow, where she is a I said, so there you have it. The 20th character will be a rainbow fox-like bestian that can bridge worlds together, and her name is Miho. And also I should mention that what is it? Oh yeah, so one thing I talked about was her tails, the number of tails being the number of the colors. I sort of hinted at this with the tails and the age, where she's around 12 as Shiho. But I think that maybe she might have a rainbow tail color. That's just my theory on it. Who knows? It might not be. It might. Or maybe it's gonna be when she furies her fury, like her tails start to glow a whole spectrum of colors. And now that I think about it, there's two, because like I wanted to make two references. One was so what I did was this. I said this is like the same for the 20th character, and what coincidentally has 7 colors, a rainbow. I'm not saying she'll be a robot unicorn, a pastry feline, flying through space, shooting rainbows out behind them, but she might. The importance of the rainbow is what we will examine, how it takes the character's role. I'm referring to Robot Unicorn Attack and Neon Cat, if you did not catch those references. And then the other one was how like it was on April Fool's Day, and yeah. But that's it. I just wanted to get that out of the way. So thank you all for watching. I hope to create more videos based on Tales Run and its history and theories. I will get to work on the capsule rate and formula video, as well as a Love Live Sunshine video I really want to make. Hopefully that comes out soon before the new music video and song releases on April 29th. But yeah, so here's Miho. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Thank you for listening to my bad